can't see the green light. Okay, I can see the green light now. Okay, let's do this shit. Alright, so let's just go to the start immediately. The rattling of chain. Yep. Alright, so let's just swoop. Get rid of that. We want to put that around 6 seconds. So, where are we? I'd say about right there. Okay, so I think that's good, right? Why is my voice being an asshole? The rattling of chains. Okay. Now I need to hear. The rattling of chains stirred Button Mash from his long slumber, waking to an unfamiliar place he had never seen before. He sat on a concrete floor, his hands and feet held by restraint attached. He sat on a concrete floor, his hands and feet held by restraint attached. His hands and feet. Okay, these breaths normally go away in the cleaning, or not the cleaning, the noise gate, so it should be fine. He sat on a concrete floor, his hands and feet held by restraints attached to chains. I think I got that a little too close. It's been a while since I've done this, actually. So, sat on a concrete floor, his hands and feet held by restraints attached to chains. The only thing lighting the room was one lone light descending from the ceiling, giving him clarity as far as the ends of his limbs and the chains. Okay, this might be a little tricky. Yeah, my voice was going to be a little bit of an asshole that day. I recorded this 3 days ago? Yeah. No, 2 days ago. As far as the ends of his limbs and the chain slinking into the distant darkness. Okay. Turn my gain just a little bit. Seems so quiet, I don't know why. It's because I don't do recording as much as I want to. So, that's a thing. Into the distant darkness. The smell was that of a Come on. I'm gonna try and make this as entertaining as I can possibly make it. Oh, I need to get the thing. Oh, I need to let him know. So it's a good thing it didn't tell me, or it didn't. I'm up. Alright. Okay, what was I doing? I don't know. Let's save this before things go wrong. This shouldn't take that long, I would hope not. Save project. Because it's not too long, and I didn't mess up as much as I normally do. Jesus, Withering Bloom was a mess. Okay, do I need to worry about anything? No. Alright, we want to just go... Sure. And we'll add WIP. Okay. Which, if you don't know what WIP stands for, it means work in progress. Really? We gotta shut all these up, so it's okay. Oh yeah, I was getting my script. Need my script. Is that important? No. Oh yeah, I was getting rid of these notifications because they can be noisy and annoying. It's this one. Okay. Hey Philippe. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Okay, where are we? Right there. Alright, so just leave that there. Is it still saving? I don't think so. Right? Yep. Okay. Coffee, help me. Okay. Yep. Slinking into the distant darkness. The smell was that of a stagnant mildew and unhealthy amounts of dust, and upon further rattling from the chain. All right. Is it Philippe, or is it Philippe or Philippe? Like, I've heard Philippe. I've never heard Philippe, but Philippe? Philippe might be a thing. I don't know. Into the distant darkness. The smell was that of a stagnant mildew and unhealthy amounts of dust, and upon further rattling from the chain. Hang on, we've got a little click in there. Of dust. Right there. Okay, let's get that nastiness out. Bye-bye. Of dust. And upon further rattling from the chains as he came to, rubbing his head and eyes free of any residue, reality... No. And upon further of dust. And upon further rattling from the chains as he... Okay. I think this is it, because it... And upon further rattling from the chains as he came to, rubbing his head and eyes free of any residue, reality hit button immediately. He immediately panicked and started to move around sporadically at a rapid pace, pulling on the chains, scrambling to his feet, and breathing rapidly in fear. Alright. Button line? Okay, that's important. He shouted, continuing to tug at the chains and bruise his limbs with the metal restraints. His plea went unheard like a dying breath. His what? His plate? His plea went... Okay, I thought I heard that incorrectly. Bring that back. With the metal restraints. His plea went unheard like a dying breath, and he and as he dying breath, and... Okay, right there. Let's see. Heard like a dying breath, and as he continued to tug the chains more and more, something happened that immediately made him seize. The remaining lights of the room burst to life, blinding him instantly. Nope. We're gonna do this today, are we? Okay. I can't tell if that's Venus or just my throat's just clogged. I swear, I didn't drink or eat anything prior. My voice was just being a butt. I don't know why, it just was. Made him seize. The remaining lights of the room burst to life, blinding him instantly. Okay. He squinted as his eyes slowly started to adjust to the brightness, but once he came to full clarity, he felt his stomach turn at the sight before him. He was enclosed in a wide room with brick walls and a concrete floor, but that wasn't what turned his stomach. Attached to the ends of the chains were... Okay, I should have paused right there because that's for dramatic effect. So let's grab this. Let's just start doing this little trick. And boink. Wide room with brick walls and a concrete floor, but that wasn't what turned his stomach. That's better. Attached to the ends of the chains were 4 small metal pillars with wires attached, all leading to a... Okay, that needs to have some pace, or pace. It's too early for this shit. Concrete floor, but that wasn't what turned his stomach. Attached to the ends of the chains were 4 small metal pillars with wires attached, all leading to a battery in the corner of the room. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, this is docks. We need to go down. This is docks. Whoa, shitballs. Why? I went down too far. That's what that is. Of the room. Next to it stood a tall, slender, and fuck. I think that's like the only fuck that I actually did. Well, in this scene, I think. I may have done some in other scenes, but I don't know. Let's see. Felipe is the closest you'll get. Plot twist. Depending on the region, they even say Felipe.
Oh my god.
To a battery in the corner of the room. Next to it stood a tall, slender, and fully clothed figure. They wore a long robe with a hood over their head, hiding their face and identity, and cupped in their hand was a rectangular controller of sorts.
Stop. Okay.
Face and identity, and cupped in their hand was a rectangular controller of sorts. Button line.
Okay.
Button pleaded to the stranger.
Okay.
Game master line.
Okay.
The stranger said calmly.
Okay. Does this connect?
Button grew
It does. So let's bring this back a little bit.
The stranger said calmly. Button grew confused and somewhat angry as he continued to stare at the cloaked figure.
Okay.
We're gonna need to go down. Doink, 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 doink. Let's just go until the page meets.
What is all this?
Okay, that's far enough.
Well, let's see what it is.
Did I say button line?
Oh,
I better. Button questioned.
did I?
Long game master line.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Did I say it? I don't think I did. Let me double check on that. I don't think I did.
The stranger said calmly. Button grew confused and somewhat angry as he continued to stare at the cloaked figure. Button questioned. Long game master line.
Okay, I didn't actually say it. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to copy paste here. So let's push this out just a little bit. That is what she said. Shut up, Sparrow. I'm sure I could just find a button mash line thing. They're easy to spot. Is this one?
Button line.
Yep, sure it is. We're just gonna grab you and copy paste because we're lazy. We don't want to do any recording right now because I've had coffee, and yeah, that's not a good mixture. I mean, it's not a terrible mixture, seeing I was doing that back in 2016, but it wasn't pleasant for my vocal cords, to say the least. Anyways, let's... Just trying to find where I am. Think I found it. Oops, my bad.
Cloaked figure. Button line. Button questioned.
Yep.
Long game master line.
I don't know why. The entire time I said game master, I felt like I was saying gay master. It sounded like that in my ears, or in my headphones. I don't know why. I had to be very careful. I got that in there. But the reason it's hard to say is because game and master, when game ends, it ends with a sound, and master starts with a sound. So game master, I would have to say it like that in order to get it to sound correct. But if I'm saying that fast, I have to go game master spoke. Game master spoke. See what I mean? I was trying so hard not to laugh at that, but I did.
Button was terrified. No. Button was terrified. Who was this person?
Okay.
Button was terrified. Who was this person that had thrown him into this horror show? He didn't recognize the voice and had never had a fallout with someone to form any grudges. So who would even pull something like this?
Okay, let's back that up. Yeah, my voice kind of did something funny there.
He didn't recognize the voice and had...
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. I need to zoom in for that. Okay, let's make sure we get on the right spot.
and had never had a fallout with someone to form any grudges. So who would even pull something like this? Button line.
Okay, that's fine.
Button questioned. Game Master line.
That's fine.
Game Master confirmed.
I don't know why. It sounds like it. Why? Just why? Why is this a thing?
Game Master line. Game Master confirmed.
I tried so hard to say it, but...
Button didn't even need a second thought to decide.
Okay, we're gonna back that up because it does connect. Just do this kind of thing.
Game Master confirmed. Button didn't even need a second thought to decide.
Okay.
Button line. Button decided. Game Master line. Sit up. Game Master offered. Game Master offered.
See, I was even catching myself on that.
Game Master line. Game Master offered.
Oh, I didn't have to do that. It's okay.
Button felt his emotions culminate instantly, rising.
This is where I need to do it. Just bring that back.
Game Master offered. Button felt his emotions culminate instantly, rising to the surface in an eruption of anger and tears. Rising to the surface in an eruption of anger and rising to the surface in an eruption of anger.
Bring back.
Culminate instantly, rising to the surface in an eruption of anger and tears.
Okay.
Where's my sweetie Belle?
Where's
oh my God.
Sweetie Belle?
Where's my sweetie Belle? Oh my God, 25 pages. Ree! Anger and tears. Button line.
Okay.
Button exploded.
Let's see. That should be fine.
Button line. Button exploded.
It's fine.
Game Master line.
It's fine.
Button had no choice. He shook away his tears and answered.
Okay.
Button line.
Fine.
He growled.
Fine.
Game Master line. Game Master confirmed. Why does it sound like I'm saying Gay Master?
See? 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 The entire time I'm like, why does it sound like something else? That's hard to say. It is. It's really hard to say. You try and say it fast and try to enunciate it. If it was being pronounced, it'd be Game Master. I'd have to slow myself down. It's like that Goody blooper with sheepish smile. I can't remember what the exact line was, but I remember it was like, Starlight replied with a sheepish smile. Sheepish smile. That is hard to say because, again, it's a tricky set of words. Sheepish smile. And I think it's because off of sheepish, you have that sh sound, and that's kind of hard to follow up with a s sound. Or s. So yeah, not an easy set of words to pronounce.
Game Master confirmed. Why does it sound like I'm saying Gay Master? Because the M is very silent. Oh man, that's a long shitty line. Holy moly. Why am I so descriptive?
Because I'm a good writer. That's why.
Game Master clicked the button on the controller in his hand, and immediately, the sound of charging electricity became audible.
I remember I fixed
Actually,
this.
that's a mess up.
I remember I
In
fixed this.
their hand is what it should be. In their fucking criminy Christmas and dicks. Their hand. Because we don't know if it's
Ah!
Game Master. Game a Master.
See what I mean? Right there, bam. You see, Game Master. Because there's two M's. It's really hard to say. Let's see, where do we want to be here? Why does it sound like a... Okay, how far off are we?
Confirmed.
Pretty
Game
far off.
Master clicked the button on the controller in their hand. Nope. Game
Okay, stop. I think this is it.
Master confirmed. Game Master clicked the button on the controller. Oh my god. Come on. Game Master clicked the button on the... Game Master clicked... It sounds like Game Master. Game Master clicked...
Oh, God, this is fucking hilarious. This is gonna be one of those readings that turns into a meme again, isn't it?
Game Master confirmed. Game Master clicked the button on the controller in their hand, and immediately the sound of charging electricity became audible, causing Button to quickly act.
Fucking hell.
He first tried his pockets, then rapidly patted himself down like a madman, feeling for anything abnormal. He got nothing. He got nothing.
Okay, stop. Need to save before I move on. Yep. Oh, by the way, hello, Sunset Watcher. Just want to clarify. I have seen your comment. Say Mike Roch 5 times. Mike Roch. Mike Roch. Mike Roch. That's all. That's what it comes to. Mike Roch. Mike Roch. Mike Roch. Mike Roch. I see what you're doing. Mike Crotch is what it goes to. Meh, I've been tricked into more sexual innuendos before.
Himself down like a madman, feeling for anything abnormal. He got nothing, so he turned his attention back to the room and did his best to ignore the near peaking of the charge. His attention was averted, though, watching as his captor worked toward the exit, costing him precious time.
Bingo. Excuse me.
Averted, though, watching as his captor worked toward the exit, costing him precious time. Button line.
Okay.
Button commanded.
Is it connected?
Game Master line. Game Master line. Jesus Christ.
Oh, dear God.
They assured, placing down what Button assumed was a walkie-talkie. The cloaked figure assumed was a walkie-talkie. The cloaked figure disappeared from sight, and in that time...
Can I get that out? That was kind of gross.
Walkie...
Can I get that out?
Walkie...
I think I might be able to.
Talk...
Maybe.
The walkie-talkie.
Nope, can't get it.
Walkie-talkie.
Whatever.
The cloaked figure disappeared from sight, and in that time, Button had only tried to lunge out at his captor, causing a horrid surge of electricity to pulse throughout his entire body upon full charge being met. That was a long sentence. The surge lasted...
I had to comment that, apparently. What did I come to? I clicked the stream and the first word I hear is Gamer Master, which sounds like game. At a point, Sprout just started saying game me master. How many times did you mispronounce?
Charge being met. The surge lasted for 5 seconds that seemed like forever to Button, up until he was dropped to the ground and struggled to move back to his feet, the battery beginning its second recharge. Nope. Up until he was dropped to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure where. Is it here?
Up until
Yep.
to button. Up until he was dropped to the ground and struggled to move back to his feet, the battery beginning its second recharge. He knew now that he couldn't afford to lose any more time, the electricity's effects still enveloping his body as much as the smell of burning flesh. I gotta sneeze.
I gotta sneeze. Oh, man. What is that? Did I just grunt or cough, or is that a cough?
Whoa!
Nope, it's just me complaining. Not sure what this is.
Flash. Okay, we're going into a next thing, but
Oh, okay.
that is not a button line. It's a button action. He struggled to breathe as he focused on thinking hard.
Okay. Like I stated before, Game Master is not easy to pronounce when you're trying to go fast. I wasn't trying to even go fast, I was just trying to enunciate my words correctly. But Game Master is hard to say because both words end with an M. Game Master. So when you're trying to say that fast as one word, Game Master, that's how it would come out.
Helping his body as much as the smell of burning flesh.
Which isn't what you want.
He struggled to breathe as he focused on thinking hard. What games had he played with traps like these? And more importantly, how did they escape? It was difficult to think straight, but through his heavy breathing...
Stop.
It was difficult to think straight, but through his heavy breathing and blurred vision, he found the solution.
Okay.
Button line?
Okay, it's fine.
He clarified confidently, moving to the left wall. Moving to the left wall.
Oh yeah, I remember this part. This is a bitch.
Moving. Confidently. Moving to the left wall.
Jesus.
He hugged...
I'll take the second take over that shit. That was dirty.
to the left wall. He hugged the wall as He hugged... Moving to the left wall. He hugged the wall as he sporadically patted each brick, feeling...
Next.
Moving to the left wall. He hugged the wall as he sporadically patted each brick, feeling for a loose one. No. Feeling for a loose one. Brick.
Yeah, we can just do that.
Sporadically patted each brick, feeling for a loose one.
Nope.
Feeling for a loose one. Nope. Sporadically patted each brick, feeling for a loose one.
We can always
He
fix that
trembled
if
at the
it's a problem.
charge near... God damn it.
Man, Mouth Noise was one to be an asshole that day. Jesus. Let's see. Yep, that's fine. Save.
Feeling for a loose one. He trembled at the charge reaching near full, continuing to practically massage the bricks up until he found that the left wall was blank of any loose bricks. That failure had cost him dearly. Hearing the charge reach...
Voice kind of cracked there, but whatever.
Any loose bricks. That failure had cost him dearly. Hearing the charge reach full and being met with another surge of electricity.
And I'm not gonna go into like FL Studio or anything like that because I don't want to because this is gonna have multiple parts to it and I want all of them on the same exact EQ. I don't want any differences. Otherwise that's just gonna be problems. So when I have all of them edited, then I'll compile them and export them with the same EQ. That way things don't sound awkward.
Full and being met with another surge of electricity. This one was worse, as he collapsed to the floor and scrambled on the floor in unadulterated pain. He tried to crawl to the right. He tried to crawl to the right wall as an advantage, but his muscles wouldn't comply. He tried to crawl to the right wall as an advantage, but his muscles wouldn't comply, and all he could do.
I sped through this fic actually really well. Mainly because I didn't have to read the mile-long dialogues in between.
His muscles wouldn't comply, and all he could do was take it. The surge ended after another excruciating 5 seconds, and Button was surprised he was still conscious afterward. The same essence of burning flesh and
Sounds like I fuck up again.
The same essence of burning flesh and inability to function followed.
Oh dear. I don't know if I can get that. Well, let's see if we can't.
Flesh and inability to function followed, and Button. The same essence of burning flesh and inability to function followed.
I can hear a little bit of a cut. Just a little bit.
Burning flesh and inability to function followed.
I mean, that's not too bad.
Conscious afterward. The same essence of burning flesh and inability to function followed, and Button was almost positive he couldn't get back up.
Whatever.
His muscles were fried and shot, but Button's, man, that's a tongue twister.
But
Button's will to save
yada 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 yada
carried him back onto his feet, stumbling over. Muscles were fried and shot, but Button's will to save Sweetie.
Let's see. We're gonna need more space there.
And shot, but Button's will to save Sweetie Belle carried him back onto his feet, stumbling.
Hang on.
And shot, but Button's.
Nope. Way too far. So let's take that back a little bit.
And shot, but Button's will to save Sweetie Belle carried him back onto his feet, stumbling over to the wall and unconsciously feeling for a loose brick. The fight and shot, but
Okay, where was that bit of mouth noise I heard?
to the wall and unconsciously. But Button's will to save Sweetie Belle.
Right there. Bingo.
But Button's will to save Sweetie Belle carried him back onto his feet, stumbling over to the wall and unconsciously feeling for a loose brick.
Okay.
The final recharge was already a quarter of the way done by the time he got to where he currently was, so he worked.
Okay, let's bring that back. Really? Oh my god! Thank you.
For a loose brick. The final
Nope.
loose brick. The final recharge was already a quarter of the way done by the time he got to where he currently was, so he worked fast, grazing the wall and violently patting each brick. He came to a seize by the chains patting each brick. He came to a seize by the chains at the horrifying discovery of no loose bricks, and immediately grew confused and terrified, hearing the recharge grow closer to his fatality.
Okay, there's a bit right here.
Grew confused and terrified, hearing the recharge grow closer to his fatality.
Okay, where was that?
No loose bricks, and
Right there. It's annoying to go through this shit because you know it's just annoying.
loose bricks, and immediately grew confused and terrified, hearing the recharge grow closer to his fatality.
Fatality.
He knew he couldn't recheck each brick. There simply wasn't enough time. So he thought fast about some other solution. Then he remembered that there was another wall, the one he'd woke up against.
I'll add all the pauses and shit later on. It's no big deal. Not at the moment anyway. Okay, just bring this back a little bit.
Against.
Okay, this has got to go a little bit more faster than that.
He'd woke up against. He scrambled to the only remaining wall and violently navigated. He'd woke up against. He scrambled to the only remaining wall and violently navigated the wall. He tapped each brick as fast as lightning. Now, he tapped each brick as fast as lightning, feeling nothing shift. Up until he tapped each brick as fast as lightning, feeling nothing shift. Up until there was a rupture in the cycle. Up until there was a rupture in the cycle of tapping.
Yeah, I think I fucked up here a
until
lot.
there was a rupture in the.
Didn't I stop and like pause for a minute? I want to say I did.
A brick near this.
Nope. Okay, so I did get it right here.
Up until there was a rupture in the cycle of Up until there was a rupture in the cycle of tapping the wall like a madman. A brick near the spot he had resided at the fucking dicks.
Oh, hey, there's one.
A brick near the spot he had resided. The wall like a madman. A brick near the spot he had resided at the start of this nightmare had caved into the wall. A sight he acted quickly in response to.
Okay.
Need water. Man, VNS, you are being an asshole right now. Okay. Better make sure we're still recording.
Yeah. Alright, save. Continue.
Response 2. We are recording and making good time. Don't say that. He grabbed the brick and threw it across.
Already too late, Sparrow.
Response 2. He grabbed the brick and threw it across the room, reaching into the open hole and finding something small. Reaching into the open hole and finding something small.
That is a fucking...
Reaching into the open hole and finding something small.
Okay.
The brick and threw it across the room, reaching into the open hole and finding something small. He didn't waste any time and took the key from its resting place, gripped it, and moved to the keyhole on his right leg restraint. Trying to ignore the charging sound, now 80% fit.
Can I get rid of that?
Trying.
I think I can a little bit. Such grody sounds. I can get rid of just a little bit.
Restraint. Trying to ignore the charging sound, now 80% finished. He lodged the key into each of his restraints.
Oh, this
He lodged
lane.
the key. He lodged the key into each of his restraints, provided keyholes. He lodged the key into each of his restraints, provided keyholes.
That was a tough line.
He lodged the key into each of his restraints, provided keyholes. His right leg was freed, 80% finished. He lodged the key into each of his restraints, provided keyholes. His right leg was freed first, then his right arm and left leg. The left arm restraint was more stubborn, costing him precious time, and by the time he got the key lodged incorrectly, no. It's just time. And by the time he got the key lodged incorrectly, the third surge had met full charge and engulfed Button's entire body yet again.
Get that out of there. It's not charged, stupid.
Met full charge and engulfed Button's entire body.
Okay. Can't get that in there. Okay, let's just fuck you off and yeah.
Full charge and engulfed Button's entire body yet.
Maybe just delete it and add more to this part. No. Let's go like this. Let's see.
Charged and engulfed Button's entire body yet again. Button seized at his fatal blow, but froze upon a sudden surprising realization. The force of that shock wasn't anywhere close to the previous two. It was bad, but the pain was mild in comparison, and he was managing to stay fully conscious. Upon one glance at the ground, he found the answer as to why. He had only one restraint. Why? He had only one restraint attached, so only one catalyst was receiving the electricity rather than four, therefore reducing the electricity by a ton.
Not sure if that's true or not, but hey, it's fanfiction. Excuse me.
Not sure if that's how that works, but normally...
Even I questioned it.
Yeah,
Even I questioned it. Like, if you only have one metal restraint attached to you rather than four, I think that lowers the amount of electricity that hits you. I mean, it still hits, but not as severely.
By a ton. The surge ended, and Button quickly proceeded to release the electricity by a ton. The surge ended, and Button quickly proceeded to release the restraint lodged to his right wrist, throwing it to the ground. Throwing it to the ground with a hard clang. His right wrist, throwing it to the ground with a hard clang. His right wrist, throwing it to the ground with a...
What the fuck was that?
Throwing it to the ground. Throwing it to the...
Let's see if that sounds a little better.
His right wrist, throwing it to...
Of course not, because we have to make things difficult. Swear to God.
Right wrist, throwing it to the ground with
That's
a hard
better.
clang.
That's better.
Examining his wounds, Button found that the areas the restraints had resided were burned majorly, and certain parts of his body were numb, probably meaning he...
I remember this one. This sucked.
Probably meaning he had taken nerve damage. The third round was...
Jesus Christ.
Body were numb, probably meaning he had... Certain parts of his body were numb, probably meaning he had...
Nope, that's not getting in there. Fuck off with you.
Were numb, probably meaning he had taken nerve damage.
That's fine.
The third round was still a number... The third round had still done a number to his body, and he wobbled to his feet, struggling to stay conscious.
Why so many voice cracks?
Taken nerve damage. The third round had still done a number to his body, and he wobbled to his feet, struggling to stay conscious. Eventually, all of the damage provided too much for his body to handle, and Button collapsed like a stone. While he tried to fight to stay awake, and Button his body to handle, and Button collapsed like a stone. While he tried to fight to stay awake, his body to handle, and Button collapsed like a stone. While he tried to fight to stay awake, Button couldn't beat his body's desire, and in no more than a flash, he passed out.
Told you this wouldn't take that
Wasn't
long.
bad. Okay. So, let's stop that.
Yeah, let's stop that. Okay, so that's clean of mistakes now. Now what do I want to do? I think for now, I'm just going to apply the noise gate to it. Because the noise gate's not going to do anything whatsoever. And get it nice and clean. So let's do that. First, save. Then export as MP3. Yep. Actually, no. That's not what I want to save it as. I want to save it as... clean of mistakes. Sorry if I'm being quiet, guys, but that's just part of editing. Focus. How long did that take me? 47 minutes. Wow, that's not that bad. That is not that bad. And the file came out about 10 minutes. So we edited down about 7 minutes worth. Two seconds shy of 10 minutes. I could have cheated, but nah. Alright, let's get FL open and toy with a noise gate. Wait. Is that a good idea? With the lines not being in there yet? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. If not, we've got the original file. Do you try? Okay, so I need to cut that out. Cancel that. This is the easy part. Kind of. Okay, we're gonna have to resize this. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, add the audio. Okay, Sparrow, don't add an EQ. Not yet. Just get it nice and clean, because the EQ is going to have to come when we have everything. Yeah, when everything is edited to clean and the noise gate is applied. Yeah, because they're all going to have different noise gates. A mistake that I made majorly with the process of elimination. So let's not do that again, huh? Excuse me. So that'll take a second. Okay. Just put that in. Oh, I forgot to do something. I forgot to do something. Something. Should I do that now? Yes, I should. This actually does make the cleaning up all that echo shit way easier. So first I need to compress. So all the audio levels don't overpower one another. I guess that's what the compressor does or something like that. And then normalize. Okay, now let's try that again. Right there. No, wrong one. The hell did it go? That seemed 5. That's that. There it is. Yes. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? I always forget this stupid step for some reason. But this does make cleaning up all that echo, even though there's a very limited amount, yeah, makes it a lot more easier in the long run. Plus, it also makes it so that the noise gate isn't all fucking wonky. Okay. Just gonna have to add in. Let's put on track 2. Oops. Right there. Okay. Now this should be the right one. Yep, the tracks are way more aggressive. Okay, you can go bye-bye. I said you can go bye-bye. Oh my god. I said, oh my fucking aunt. Delete. Piss off. Nobody likes you.
He sat on a concrete floor.
I don't know, for some reason that doesn't seem right. It ain't right. So I think I'm gonna have to restart FL Studio. No big deal. Shut up. Just need to move you over. Okay. Okay, so let's try that again. Really? IO clip. Put that on 1. Load sample.
The rattling of...
Okay, now let me test it here. Doesn't look right for some reason. Oops.
The rattling of chains stirred Button Mash from his long slumber, waking to an unfamiliar place he had never seen before.
So we're hitting between -15 and -12. Where are we hitting on this? You go to the mixer for that? I need to go to the mixer anyways. Let's see. So where are we hitting?
The rattling of chains stirred Button Mash from his long slumber, waking to an unfamiliar place he had never seen before. He sat on a concrete floor, his hands and feet held by restraints attached to chains. The only thing lighting the room was one lone light descending from the ceiling, giving him clarity as far as the end.
Okay, we're gonna fix this little issue. Oops. So we're just gonna delete this. I don't know why, but my brain is just not saying this is right, but I don't know, we're about to find out. So we're just gonna export it as a different name. Mistake free. Why not? You and me both, Artsy. You and me both. I was gonna wait until September to record it, but I figured, you know, I haven't recorded in a while, so let me just get this done and over with so it's not bugging me. Okay. Now we shouldn't have this problem. If it's the same, I'm gonna be mad. No, I won't. Okay, load sample. We're in music, right? Yep. That one. Sometimes FL Studio does do this, but let's see. Nope, no different. God damn it. That's okay, we're only adding a noise gate, so it's no big deal. Okay. Go over here. Limiter. Let's get these as low as we can. Just don't want them too low. Another limiter. We're gonna have to adjust that threshold just a little bit.
The rattling of chains stirred Button Mash from his long slumber, waking to an unfamiliar place he had never seen before. He sat on a concrete floor, his hands and feet held by restraints attached to chains. The only thing lighting the room was one lone light descending from the ceiling, giving him clarity as far as the ends of his limbs and the chains slinking into the distant darkness. The smell was that of a stagnant mildew and unhealthy amounts of dust, and upon further rattling from the chains as he came to, rubbing his head and eyes free of any residue, reality hit Button immediately. He immediately panicked and started to move around sporadically at a rapid pace, pulling on the chains, scrambling to his feet, and breathing rapidly in fear. Button line?
Okay.
He shouted, continuing to tug at the chains and bruise his limbs with the metal restraints. His plea went unheard like a dying breath, and as he continued to tug the chains more and more, something happened that immediately made him seize. The remaining lights of the room burst to life, blinding him instantly. He squinted as his eyes slowly started to adjust to the brightness, but once he came to full clarity, he felt his stomach turn at the sight before him.
Okay.
He was enclosed in a wide room with brick walls and a concrete floor, but that wasn't what turned his stomach. Attached to the ends of the chains were 4 small metal pillars with wires attached, all leading to a battery in the corner of the room. Next to it stood a tall, slender, and fully clothed figure. They wore a long robe with a hood over their head, hiding their face and identity, and cupped in their hand was a rectangular controller of sorts. Button line?
Okay.
Button pleaded to the stranger. Game Master line?
Trust me, an EQ is gonna make a big difference. Unless people like this voice. I mean, this is my natural voice with no EQ applied. But I don't know. I just prefer the professional way much better. Like just listen to this difference. Like, I'm not gonna keep the EQ. Like, let's just dingle around here for a minute. Let's see. Bandwidth, that's what I need. So it's normally in 3s and 4s and 2s. Because all an EQ is supposed to do is kind of make your audio sound a little better and make the audio peaks not as drastic, I guess you could say. If I'm just going to put that for a minute.
Game Master line? The stranger said calmly. Button grew confused and somewhat angry as he continued to stare at the cloaked figure. Button line? Button questioned. Long Game Master line. Button was terrified.
Hell no.
Who was this person that had thrown him into this horror show? He didn't recognize the voice and had never had a fallout with someone to form any grudges, so who would even pull something like this? Button line? Button questioned. Game Master line? Game Master confirmed. Button didn't even need a second thought to decide. Button line? Button decided. Game Master line? Game Master offered. Button felt his emotions culminate instantly, rising to the surface in an eruption of anger and...
Like, that's my normal EQ right there. Actually, I don't ever touch 5 on this one. I actually just kind of leave it sort of like that. See, you can tell. I've been out of the game for quite a while. I think I tightened to just a little more.
Game Master line?
Oh, jeez, that sounds horrible. But this is my normal EQ, about right here, I'd say.
Game Master line? The stranger said calmly. Button grew confused and somewhat angry as he continued to stare at the cloaked figure. Button line? Button questioned. Long Game Master line. Button was terrified. Who was this person that had thrown him into this horror show? He didn't recognize the voice and had never had a fallout with someone to form any grudges, so who would even pull something like this? Button line?
But that's the normal EQ. I mean, what sounds better to you? That or, you know, this?
Game Master line?
To me, the EQ sounds way better because it cleans it up, makes it a little bit more, I don't know, friendly to the ear. My regular voice is just kind of pitchy, so adding an EQ just helps majorly. So I just hope that it sounds good. Like, an EQ can... Like, I know one EQ that I wish I could just go back and fix, and that's breaking the rules. Breaking the rules, that EQ is so ear-pitching, it is horrifying. But it was a learning process. But what's your thoughts? Personally, I like the EQ better because I just think it's more friendly to the ear. I probably definitely have to pitch it up a little bit. I need more coffee apparently. But that's what I think is better, because this just sounds kind of pitchy.
Game Master line?
By taking those sharps out and just kind of adding more bass to it and just like taking that sharpness down and just kind of evening it out to where it's not as sharp, that to me sounds 10 times better. Plus it takes that background out a little bit more so that it sounds cleaner too. So that's just my opinion. I think the EQ sounds better. Plus it's the more professional way to do things. I mean, recording artists do it, audiobook narrators do it, a lot of people do it.
Growled. Game Master line? Game Master confirmed. Game Master clicked the button on the controller in their hand, and immediately the sound of charging electricity became audible, causing Button to quickly act. He first tried his pockets, then rapidly patted himself down like a madman.
I mean, if there's anything in there, I can always take it out again. It's fine. Alright, so that one's done. For now. I'm going to say this is an MP3. Save it to music. Sure. Damn it. Clean. No EQ. $225, that's not too shabby. I'm glad that you think the same. But, like, if you listen to Breaking the Rules, oh my god, that is so sharp and horrifying. I could actually go back and remaster it, but I don't know. I'll give it some time before I do anything with it. Like, a expensive pleasure sounded so much better. Even I'd argue the Essence of Rose sounded good. And Rena, of course. But Breaking the Rules, man, that freaking sharpness just sounds so bad. But whatever, we learn from our mistakes, right? I just have to take out those high ends because my voice has a high note to it, like mine's mid-range. So the mids are always going to be a little unequal high. So I have to take those sharps and I have to kind of shut them up or like decrease them so that my voice sounds pleasing to the ear. It's like if you took the chipmunks and, you know, kept them on natural when they're recorded. I don't know. That theory doesn't make sense, but or that like comparison doesn't make any sense. Is there anything else I need to do? Oh yeah, I need to make Withering Bloom into I need to put it on Bandcamp. I don't want to do that, but it's not that bad. That's not that much work. Man, might as well do something. We've made pretty damn good time on that. And I want to take it nice and slow. I don't want to rush myself. So best not to rush myself. So why don't we go ahead and sure, let's make this free audio. 'Cause why not? It's fun, I guess. Plus, it's not editing. Well, it kind of is, but it's fun stuff. Kind of. I wouldn't say it's fun. I don't think... Have I ever shown you how I make these? I don't think so. Audio converter. Well, first things first, I have to convert the audio. Because otherwise, it's not going to sound right. Where did I save this audio to? That's a good question. Oh wow, that's actually a good question. I think I saved it to music, if I remember correct. Okay, we want to change it to WAV, which is a heavy file format. So I think it's in music, but I could be wrong. Plus I gotta choose the right file, and I save multiples. It's on the mixed ones. Partially mixed. It's probably up here a little bit more. Partial mix, full mix, maybe. Look at the durations. 25, 27 at 35.9, 34.9. That does not ease me any better. I don't know which one it is. Oh, shit. God, which one is it? Good question. I have no idea. Doesn't YouTube tell me what audio file? No, it doesn't. God, how could I find that out? Oh, timing. The time. Let me look up what time it was rendered, or whatever, exported. Properties. It was created at 1:41 p.m. Correct? Created. Modified. Yep. Okay. Is it full mix though? Damn it. Jesus Christ. Open with. Nope. See, brain is starting to kind of go off track. 1:41 to 21. So this is it. Right? Yep. What would I have done that was different? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. This is where I get confused. I believe it's this one. So we're gonna have to convert it first and make it into a WAV file so that I can actually, you know, put it on Bandcamp. Ah, shit. I forgot I'm gonna have to actually, so converted. Convert. No, it doesn't take that long. And download. So I'll go to downloads. 257 megabytes. It went from like 35 megabytes to 257. Will that fit? Ooh, is that gonna fit? The max on Bandcamp I think is 290 something. I don't know. Okay, now I gotta go make the cover art a certain size. So I've actually got to find where the hell that is. Oh my fucking... Yeah. Would you shut up, chair? Been needing to oil it for a while. Let's see. Pictures. I said pictures, thank you. Okay, I know it's in snapshots because that's what I use for thumbnails. It would be one of the recent ones. But which one would it be? That's a good question. I think it's this one, but I could be wrong. No, I actually think it's 140. Right? Because, yeah, I think I had to make that text layer. Is it 140? Good lord, there was some shit on here from way back in the day. Some pretty prehistoric shit. Just gotta wait for my stupid thing to open. Nope, it's the next one. Correct? Yep, so 141. Okay. So snapshot 141. Image resizer online. You guys are getting some behind the scenes shit. 141. Okay. Let's see. We need it to be dimensions 1400 by 1400. It's like a CD cover size, because Bandcamp is mainly for music and stuff. And resize. Okay, hopefully this works. Download it. Yeah, that'll work fine and dandy. Alright. Save image. Save image as. So let's put that. Let's just put it where it's gonna be easy to. It'll be. It would be there anyways, right? No. So let's just swoop. WB. Cover. Sure, that. Alright, so now it's in downloads. So let's go back to. So now we gotta just go to, not there. Okay. Now we go to Bandcamp. I am gonna need a YouTube tab because I'm gonna need some info. Because you don't want to get your credentials wrong. Site, that's where I need to go. Okay, let's do this shit. We need to add track. Yeah, it's a track. Okay, what's the max? Yep, 291. You go to downloads. Wither and Bloom. Hopefully this is correct. I could be wrong. Do I have it? Do I have it on my my whatchamacallit, my phone, whatever it is, whatever that lovely device is called that I have? Let me check my files real quick. Downloads. Yep, it's the full mix. It's the full mix. Because I only listen back to the ones that I know are the right files. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, just wait for that to upload. Make sure it processes. That'll take a minute. Withering Bloom. MLP. Audio book. Sure, why not? Nope, we don't charge. Let fans pay what they want, just in case someone does want to contribute about this track. This is where things get kind of tricky. Okay, so I need to go here. Let's just open a YouTube tab. Yep. Alright. So now we need to go to my studio. We need to go to my studio. Sorry about the background noise. And get some info. I'm so glad that they finally freaking fixed this. The video attributions page is going away due to limited usage. I don't even know what the hell an attribution is, so fuck off YouTube. November, accounts associated with a monetizing channel will be required to secure the content with a two-step verification. Yeah, that's stupid. I had it once, but it just got well, no, what happened with a two-step verification was when I got a new phone, I couldn't get in because the original device was linked. So I couldn't get in. Want to talk annoying? Yeah, it's annoying. Need to go to my content. Hey Judd, we're just making a free audio right now. We're to the part that takes up the most time, which is the credentials. And I could just copy paste, but that's no fun. About this track. No lyrics, track credits. Oh, hey, maybe this might be a little bit more easier. Music. We don't want to put in the original link. Just the credentials on like music and all that shit. Yeah. Well, I gotta put in some extras as well. Narrator, producer, editor. Me. I can never figure out how to do this stupid text. Let's see, we're just gonna do that. Sure, looks nice. Kinda. Is that everything important though? No. Well, yeah, that's it. So, let's see, anything else important? When is the cover art? Artist, me. Upload track art. Got an itch. See how that baby looks? Yep, looks fine and dandy to me. Okay, sad. No. Apple bloom. See if that actually comes up. Sad apple bloom. I still don't think tags are really important to me, but I don't know. Maybe they are. Apple bloom, Applejack, Big Mac. Sure. That's probably the McDonald's Big Mac, but whatever. Tragedy. Dark. How many tags is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think you can only have 10. I mean, Applejack's more of a bigger character than Big Mac is, so let's just take that one out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's fine. If it allows me. Let's see, we want... It's the 8th month, right? Yep. Just look down in the corner, Sparrow. 8, 30, 20, 21. Let's see, public. Now we want to just put it private for now. Just for a minute. Just for a minute, because I want to make sure everything goes fine and dandy. Seems fine. Seems fine. Actually, let me organize this a little better. Just give that a spot. Yeah, that looks better. Do I need to put the YouTube links in? No. Just their names. Otherwise it's gonna kinda look awkward. Get rid of those semicolons. God damn it. Who's king? Mew. You have to give that credential. I mean, I guess you could do that. Why not? Whatever. If it looks like shit, whatever. Let's see, anything else? Well, let's go ahead and just save the draft. Just in case it decides to pull shit, I'm gonna do this. Control-C. Save draft. Anything out of the ordinary? Or problem? No. Okay, I think that the track is correct. If it's not, then people will complain, I suppose. And I can fix it then. Let's see. I want to view the draft. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, everything looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. And I talked to the author about the cover artist that did the Apple Bloom thing. It's unknown who it is because he did this like back in 2013, so God knows who did it. Like, these are back in the days when nobody gave a shit if you went on like Google Images and used like an image from there as a cover art. Edit. Publish. Okay. Hopefully that's correct. Oh, I need to take it off of invisible. Need to put it on public. There we go. Let's see. Update. Did I get a notification? Sorry about that. My mom's yelling at the dog. I know we don't get that until a little later. Let's see. View track. Okay, it's not a draft anymore. So it should be public. Let me just double check. See, I am paranoid as shit about this crap. Public. Yep, should be fine. Should be up. Now I just need to go to maybe. Okay, then I just need to do this. View site. And that's how I label them, right? Yep. Which one, artsy? The Halloween special or this? Let's see. We need to go like this, right? Excuse me. And we just go promote the hell out of this shit because we can. I need to go to my channel. I apologize for my creaky as fucking hell chair. Hard to believe when I started my channel, I actually didn't even have this chair yet. I started on a crappy like kitchen wooden chair. Let me tell you what, it wasn't comfy. It was stiff as hell. And that's why I put pillows on the back to make it comfortable. Okay. Withering Bloom is now available for free download. Yeah, free download on my Bandcamp account. Go check it out if you are interested. Shit. If you're interested. Put the link. Add an image because we can. No, hey. I have to catch up on this so much. But I'd rather wait until he's done with the episodes because I'm on the wrong scroll bar. Okay, select file. 141? I believe so. I mean, we could just use this, but I'd rather use the big one. Yippers. Yippers. And post. Yee. Make sure it looks nice and clean. Yep, looks fine. Looks absolutely fine. Okay, you're referring to the Halloween special? Yeah. As long as people get their shit done and manage to, you know, allow me to have the stuff I need to make it, then yeah, it's gonna be great. But I need stuff. And I'm not referring to you specifically. I'm referring to the people who have yet to get their shit done. And I know you're working your ass off. It's one specific member that's really starting to crawl. But she's running out of time, and I've got a plan set up. So, yeah. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. I think that's enough to call it a day. Also, Artsy, whenever you decide to get back to that story that I linked you last night, I would like to just know your thoughts, honestly, because minus what you've already told me, because I actually want to get that recorded, well, at least before October, because I want to be working my ass off in October. I am going to release it. Do I want to do it as a Halloween special, though? I don't know. We'll put it as something. But yeah, I do have something non-pony and more adult in the work, guys. It's just a matter of proofreaders. Philippe is one of my Felipe, whatever your name is. I just need to get a proofread and make sure everything is okay, and if I need to improve anything, and yeah, then it'll be okay. Okay, an hour and a half. Well, yeah, it's a decent stream. But anyways, I'm done here. I will get to part 2 before too long, or scene 2 before too long, because I don't want to wait up on this shit too long. And seeing we got the first part done in like 47 minutes, I think we can speed through this shit. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Take care until the next time.